Good afternoon. Please stand to welcome Nashville Big Picture High School's class of 2022.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Nashville Big Picture High School 2022 graduation ceremony. At this time, we will ask Mr. Jalen Hayes to come forth and sing the national anthem. Will you please stand? You may be seated. Thank you, Jalen. At this time, we will welcome Ms. Kirsten Gatewood, our senior class president, for our welcome.
Good evening, beautiful people, and welcome to Nashville Big Picture High School, class of 2022, graduation commencement. First, my name is Kirsten Nicole Gatewood, and I have the privilege to be this year's senior class president. First, giving honor to my Lord above, and then honor to all the families, friends, mentors, and anybody else who helped pave the way for us to be successful today. As a whole, we thank you. Standing here right now in this auditorium, looking at all these astonishing young adults, I feel a sense of pride come over me. Today is the first day that marks our footsteps in society. I know that every one of y'all will continue to make everyone here proud of y'all in celebration. After 13 long years of hard work and dedication and perseverance, it's all paying off today. It's crazy to think from the very first day we stepped to that building at 160 Royal Avenue that we will create such lifelong bonds and friendships. Now we are family. Over the past 4 years, or for some of us 3, we have experienced the good and the bad of high school together. We have faced the hardships of a global pandemic and still through it all, preserved our very own seats in this auditorium today. And boy, doesn't it feel good. During our time at Nashville Big Picture, we learned many great skills, such as the values of independence, public speaking, motivation, and self-reflection. Being a graduate of Big Picture Learning means that you have pursued every passion that you wanted to do to college and beyond. We attended our internships, completed exhibitions, and had our family meetings, passed all our academic classes, and still had great successful senior capstones. Class of 22, I would like to commend you of all these great accomplishments. Now I want to thank some very important people. Thank you for advising us through this experience of life we so desperately needed. Thank you, Dr. Brenda, Mr. Gary, Mr. Zach, Ms. Rebecca S., Ms. Jessica, and lastly, Mr. Leiter. I know Ms. Jessica was not here from the beginning, but I know your advisor is grateful that they had you and appreciate everything that you did for them. And to Mr. Leiter, we thank you. We thank you for always being there for us all 4 years, and we really appreciate all the love and lessons that you taught us. I would also like to thank some very special faculty members, Ms. Tomasa and Ms. Kay. Thank you for everything that you have led up to now. Thank you for letting us see everything we needed to see, and we appreciate all the hard work that you allowed us, that you did for us. We love you all. To the class of 2022, even though we experienced high school like no others, we made it. Take this moment and let it soak in. Allow yourself to be proud of this journey you just finished. Remember all the last great times we had together, because we're going to take all our different paths in life and the memories that we have, we'll forever share. And I know that the preparation that Nashville Big Picture gave us will always help us pursue every career we choose successfully. With that being said, class of 2022, are you guys ready to graduate?
Thank you, Kirsten. Great job. Good evening to our esteemed guests, families, faculty, and to the Nashville Big Picture High School remarkable class of 2022. I am Brenda Diaz, and I have the awesome job of serving as executive principal for the kindest and most passionate high school in Metro Nashville Public Schools, Nashville Big Picture High School. This afternoon, we welcome each of you to join us in celebrating the academic accomplishments of our graduating class. Joining me on stage this afternoon, we have MNPS board member, Ms. Abigail Tyler, MNPS Chief of Academics of Schools, Dr. Mason Bellamy, Nashville Big Picture High School's Executive Director of Schools, Dr. James Whitty, Executive Director of Schools and former principal of Nashville Big Picture High School, Dr. Shay Snorton. Our guest speaker, Mr. Derek Williams, and our assistant principal, Mr. Gary Hook. On behalf of our entire team at Nashville Big Picture High School, we are elated that you are here to celebrate this momentous achievement for our students. Now we will begin our program. We will now have the presentation of the Ralph Tag Culture of Kindness Award by Mrs. Jessica Uphoff, Senior Advisor. And after that presentation, Ms. Jessica will introduce our salutatorian, followed by the salutatorian address from our salutatorian for the class of 2022. Thank you.
Hey, everybody. Kindness is defined as the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. When I first started at Big Picture and heard the motto of "through our culture of kindness," I wondered how that motto was put into practice. I quickly realized that showing kindness through patience and grace and genuine care for one another was something that started at the top with administration, continued on through the faculty and staff, and reached down to the students that we serve. The recipient of this year's Culture of Kindness Award has embodied the definition of kindness throughout the last 2 years that I've had the privilege to act as her advisor. From being genuinely friendly to her fellow students on a daily basis to illustrating her generous nature through her internship and capstone project, both of which help those in the most need in our community, to always being polite and considerate of her peers and advisors. The world can often be a place where kindness is overlooked or forgotten, but I know that by going out into the world and simply being herself, this year's recipient will inspire others to act with love and respect. It is my honor to present this award to Sheree Pointer. Okay. I didn't realize that I was going to be doing these back to back, but here we are. Okay. From my first interactions with our salutatorian, that were all virtual because it was in the middle of the pandemic, I could tell that she was polite, funny, and the more I got to know her, the more I saw that she was the kind of well-rounded and driven person that can take on the world and win. Ernestine is not only academically gifted, she is also creatively talented, taking dual enrollment college courses during her time at Big Picture, and has a love of fashion design and sewing. She's a loyal friend, a hard worker, and someone who I have no doubt will be successful in her pursuits. Yesterday, I asked her what her major was going to be, and she had to tell me about 5 times before I got it right. Diagnostic medical sonography. While I was trying to open my notes app and kept having to have her repeat what it was, she never once got frustrated, and instead we had a laugh about my ADHD brain. That level of patience and sense of humor are 2 of the reasons I know Ernie will be the kind of diagnostic medical sonographer that her patients love and her colleagues respect. No matter where her road leads, I know it will be lined with joy and success. Please welcome the class of 22 salutatorian, Ernestine Denambe.
Hello, everybody. Class of 2022, who knew? Everything we would have gone through, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Who would imagine in 2018 that we would be in a pandemic in 2020 with only 10 of our closest family and friends at our graduation? I sure did not, and I'm sure you did not either. I bet just like me, you had all 4 years of high school turned out. I bet just like me, you had all 4 years of high school planned out. Even the college that you dreamed of attending was selected as well. Everything turned out to be exactly what you imagined it, or it turned out to be something completely different. Either way, we are here, and guess what? We made it. I'm sure I don't speak for myself when I say I went through it during the lockdown. Everything happened so suddenly. One day we were dismissed normally at school, then suddenly we were in lockdown and doing virtual learning. It was a time of chaos. What used to be normal became different. Instead of waking up to get ready to attend school in person, we woke up and turned on our laptops and logged into Microsoft Teams. We had no choice but to adjust to the new ways. We had every reason to give up, but we didn't. None of us did. We all entered high school with the goal in mind, whether that was graduating with a certain GPA or getting into a specific college or simply just graduating. We all had a goal we were striving to achieve. Walking through those school doors, I had a mission. I wanted to challenge myself to graduate at the top of my class. I put in the work and sacrifices it was going to take to complete my mission. I had the vision to complete my mission, and I did just that. All the determination, perseverance, and the patience we have endured fulfilling the goals we had in mind, we have finally made it to the finish line, and we have achieved what we were meant to achieve. I have had the privilege to get to know each and every one of you guys. I'm beyond proud of all the growth we've all achieved. I want to congratulate every single person on this huge fleet of an accomplishment. I encourage every single one of you to walk through doors with a mission and have a vision to complete that mission. Before leaving, I want to thank a few people. I want to thank my dad, Pedro Ndombe. All the sacrifices you made for me will not be in vain. I want to thank my mother, Charlotte, for always giving me the motivation I need to keep going. I want to thank my sisters, Sophie and Pauline, for always encouraging me to become somebody they can look up to. And lastly, I want to thank Dr. Vanda Anderson. I sincerely appreciate everything you have done for me. Again, congratulations, class of 2022. On to the next chapter we go.
Ernie, we want to give you a gift. At this time on our program, we will have Mr. Lyder Dyer, Senior Advisor, introduce our valedictorian, followed by the introduction of our speaker by our own salutatorian, Ms. Ernestine. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon. I remember Davon, 14 years old, sitting quietly and listening attentively during integrated Math 1 class about 4 years ago. I also remember another student that seemed not to be listening attentively in the same classroom. And I sat there wondering, well, this is our first few days of class. I have to be really nice and polite. But this young man, Davon, probably thought I was not acting fast enough, so he decided to take care of business in his own way. So with a few choice words, he managed to get that other student to sit quietly and at least attempt to pay attention. That was one of the best lessons I've had from a student in classroom management. He also taught me a lesson. I realized at this point that he was serious about learning, and he was not there to play around. And from there, he has only grown. In 4 years, I've seen growth every year. We've learned to respect each other. He's kind, polite, respectful, smart, optimistic, open-minded, laid back, funny, ambitious, flexible, very cooperative, and always seem to have and see the positive side of things. I could always depend on Devon. Whenever our advisory had some activity to plan, he would take the lead. I remember freshman year, we had a community event to do, and all I had to do was approve it and show up. He planned everything, get everything organized. Right now, he is a senior in high school, getting ready to graduate. He's going to continue his journey as a student at Western Kentucky University, where he plans to major in geology. It's my pleasure to introduce Davon Woodard.
Good evening, everybody. We made it, y'all. Woo! Welcome again, the class of 2022 and their families. I am Davon Woodard, and I am more than honored to be Nashville Big Picture's Valedictorian. Today is the day. Today marks an accomplished mission we all have worked hard to complete. 4 years filled with hardships, struggles, heartache, and tears. I know we are all tired of hearing about quarantine and COVID, but sadly, we had to live through it and the problems it created. During that time, we have experienced riots, sickness, and death. But you are here. If you are sitting in these seats right now, you made it. Your dedication and hard work have led you all here to finish this race. What hasn't killed us has definitely made us stronger. Standing before you today is a person who has faced a never-ending struggle of being a black man, whose first school teacher told him he would not amount to anything just because he did not know his colors or how to spell his name in pre-K. A person whose society claims to be only a statistical mess-up. But I'm living, breathing proof of a person who can overcome any struggle. Standing before you today is a black man who has and will continue to break generational curses. The first in his household to attend a university. A person who has and will continue to break down every stereotype given to him by society. I am a black man who has accomplished more than anyone could perceive from me. But I'm not here to talk about myself. Sitting here before you today is the class of 2022. We are the new voice that everyone will have to listen to. A generation filled with endless possibilities. We are not just stereotypes or mess-ups. We are extraordinary people with big dreams and aspirations. 4 years filled with funny, chaotic, and adventurous memories that we all created together. Jaden, being the light of the room, making everybody laugh and dancing 24/7. Josh being super tall for no reason. And Sanice keeping it real 100% of the time. Aubriana, Reagan, and Ashley being late every day. Kirsten, Janai, and I acting like characters from SpongeBob. Over the years, observing you all's unique and special personalities flourish, and I'm happy to say I had genuine, great memories with this class. Every other day, we are at each other's throats, but the undeniable fact is we did this together. We love to look back on the times where we laughed and joked together, but we must remember the bad ones as well. During these past years, we have all experienced losing loved ones. No one wants to experience losing friends and family members, but we did. We all have experienced that type of pain and grief, but let that drive you. Let it push you to complete bigger and better projects. Not only did we graduate for the people we lost, but you graduated for you. Sorry. You have put in the hard work, so now it's time to reap your rewards. Continue to honor their name, but this is your life, and you decide how you want to live it. Whether it's going to college, joining the Army, or going straight into work, you all would do great things. Over the years, I have seen you all grow and mature, and I see the potential that you all possess. But now it's time for you all to go off, start a new life, and create new memories. There is no God to life. Let the future you want drive you. Everybody here has a bright future, and I cannot wait to see what you all accomplish. Graduation is not the end, it is only the beginning. Let's go change the future. Thank you.
Derek M. Williams is a native of Jersey City, New Jersey, and was raised in Georgetown, South Carolina until the age of 18. Upon graduating from Georgetown High School, Derek attended South Carolina State University, a HBCU in Orangeburg, South Carolina. Early in life, he developed a love for making people laugh, which led him to initially majoring in theater. During his freshman year of college, Derek paid close attention to the needs and wants of his fellow peers. As a result, he was prompted to get involved in different organizations such as the Student Government Association and the Student Union Board. These opportunities ultimately led to him being elected a sophomore class vice president. This would prove to be just the beginning of his transformation into leadership. Before heading into his junior year of college, Derek realized that he wanted to know more about human behavior, therefore prompting him to change his major to psychology. After obtaining a BA in psychology, he later obtained his MS in psychology from University of Phoenix, and later went on to Lipscomb University to study applied behavior analysis. Upon receiving his master's degree, Derek vowed to live a life dedicated to human services. Derek has lived in Nashville, Tennessee since 2005 and has worked to support students and families for 13 years with Metropolitan Nashville Public Schools. He has served in various roles ranging from behavior, community, and family outreach to social and immersional learning. His goal in life is to motivate and coach individuals into realizing and reaching their full potential. Derek is a member of Alpha Pi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Psi Chi International Honor Society, and he sits on the Operating Board of Alignment Nashville and the Tennessee Educators of Color Alliance Board. He also co-chairs Alignment Nashville Student Voice 18. He has a wife and 3 wonderful children. Introducing Derek M. Williams.
Thank you for that warm welcome, Ms. Ndube. Good afternoon. This is a testament to the mission of this school and to the level of emphasis that is placed on students being afforded the opportunity and space to flourish. I would like to thank Dr. Diaz for your exceptional leadership at Nashville Big Picture High School. Thank you to the entire Big Picture staff for loving and affirming these students. Ms. Tomasa Pinkerton, who was instrumental in having me here stand before you today. I would also like to recognize a group of people who work tirelessly every day to make your learning experience one that not only prepares you for future academic endeavors, but one that prepares you for every aspect of life. District 9 Board Member, Ms. Abigail Tyler. Chief of Academics, Dr. Mason Bellamy. Executive Director, Dr. Sharia Snorton. Executive Director, Dr. James Whitty. And thank you all for your advocacy and support for our youth. I would also like to thank the families, parents, grandparents, caregivers, aunts, uncles, who have sacrificed to help to get you to this very seat that you're sitting in today. Let's take a moment to honor them with a round of applause. Lastly, I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge our very reason for being here today, and that is you. Give them a round of applause. And now that I have the formalities out of the way, what's up, class of 2022? What's up? By the standards of society, you are now participating in one of the markers that ushers you into a level of independence that you've never experienced before. Speaking of independence, this question is for our grads. How many of you know how to cook by a show of hands? Okay, more than I thought. But when I say cook, I mean cook, like some baked chicken, some macaroni and cheese, some collard greens, some apple cobbler that your grandma used to make. Okay, all right. All right, let me stop because I'm making myself hungry up here. These are the type of meals that usually requires some sort of recipe. So today, I would like to take the time to share with you the 3 E's for the recipe for excellence in life. Recipe being a plan or the morals and values that you live by. Recipes are important because they work as a guide to ensure that what you produce is of quality. It helps to establish consistency. Consistent habits begin to define who you are. And finally, it helps you to manage the present and forecast for the future. You can assess if you are equipped with what you need to be successful in the moment or for in the future. So the first E. The first E is education. As you already know, education is important. It can happen in formal and informal spaces. Education is also the one thing that a person cannot take from you. Moreover, effort is important to your education. You get out what you put in. The idea is similar to gardening. If you don't get up, plant the seeds, water them, and provide the garden with sunlight, then the chances of producing a bountiful harvest are very small. The second E is encouragement. There's a term called the imposter syndrome. That's when you begin to have the thought or the idea that you don't fit in, you don't belong, or when you feel that you're not good enough or smart enough to be in a particular environment. When that thought or small voice begins to creep in your head, you immediately have to begin to encourage yourself. You may even talk to yourself out loud. And yes, people might look at you a little funny, but it's what you have to do to defeat the fear and doubt. Additionally, you can listen to daily affirmations on any streaming service to help gain the confidence in who you are. The last E is emotional footprint. Being a part of the digital generation, you've probably heard of the term digital footprint. Digital footprint is the trail that you knowingly or unknowingly leave behind in cyberspace or on social media platforms. Emotional footprint is similar. Emotional footprint is the emotional feeling and the impression that you leave on others when you enter a space, while you're in that space, and more importantly, once you've left that space. What are people saying about you? How did you make them feel? It's not just first impressions, it's every impression. Positive emotional footprints complement your knowledge of education, and it will prepare you and open doors for you that you didn't even know were in front of you. And so I stand before you utilizing the education and knowledge that I've gained over the years. I'm here to encourage you today, and hopefully that will leave a lasting impact on you. So I'd like to play a song for you. If you know it, feel free to rock with me. Yeah, go ahead. Y'all can rock. You are great. There's nothing that you can't accomplish. There's nothing that can stop you. Do not let fear and doubt stop you from moving forward. Take the first step into your destiny. You are destined for great things. All of you. Today, don't let anything hold you back. Don't let anything stop you from reaching your full potential in life. You are great. Believe it. Know it. Let's let the song play a little bit. Thank you for sticking with your educational journey. I know it hasn't been easy. I know there may be some nights when you were up late finishing an assignment and you wanted to give up, but you pushed through. You've been faced with navigating education in the midst of tornadoes and a pandemic that has weighed heavy on your academic and mental health and has caused you to experience education in a way that us adults have never and will never understand. And you've overcome all those circumstances. You've done it. This is your moment. Congratulations to the Big Picture High School graduating class of 2022. We're so proud of you, we love you, and you should be proud of yourselves. Thank you.
Let's give another round of applause to Mr. Williams. Okay, we're going to take a deep breath for a moment because now we're at the moment that we've been waiting for 4 years. Longer than that. I got you. At this time, I will ask Ms. Abigail Tyler, our board representative, to please join me at the podium. School board member, Ms. Abigail Tyler. The records of these students have been duly examined and found to be in accordance with the laws of the great state of Tennessee and the policies of the Metro Nashville Public School System. I am proud to recommend the class of 2022 of Nashville Big Picture High School for graduation. I certify that each graduate has completed all the requirements necessary to receive a high school diploma with all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges bestowed upon each graduate.
Thank you. On behalf of the Metropolitan Nashville Board of Education, it is my honor to certify this graduation process and the awarding of high school diplomas to the 2022 graduates of Nashville Big Picture High School. I further attest the students receiving these diplomas today have met or exceeded all graduation requirements mandated by Metro Nashville Public Schools and the State of Tennessee Department of Education. The Board of Education congratulates the students and their family members. It has been an honor to have you in our schools, and we wish each of you the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you. Ms. Tyler, you can remain on the stage. Will all of our guests and dignitaries please join me on the stage? And Ms. Tomasa Pinkerton, please come forth, and let's begin the roll call.
Delon Blakely. No, they're coming out there. Desiree Bradley. Patrick Reagan Cotton. Patrick Daly. Janaya Ewing. Kirsten Gatewood. Jalen Hayes. Braden Hope. Tamia Hope. James Huddleston. Tim Reese Hunt. Joshua Hutcherson. Gabrielle Jenkins. Brandon Johnson. Zacharias Kincherlow. Nora Jean. Sanice McQuitty. Ernestine Dunbay. Elkin Diaz. Sheree Pointer. Shamaya Rains. Aubriana Robertson. Janaya Summers. Ashley Valles. Gavin Bonner. Jaden Williams. Davon Woodard.
Thank you. At this time, will the class of 2022 of Nashville Big Picture High School please stand? Please change your tassel. Thank you. You may be seated. Before I offer closing remarks, I want to first give a huge thank you to our guests and dignitaries, our board representative, Ms. Abigail Tyler, our chief of academic of schools, Dr. Mason Bellamy, our own executive director, Dr. James Whitty, our executive director, Dr. Shay Snorton, and a special thank you and appreciation to Mr. Derek Williams for delivering such inspiring words of encouragement. Thank you. At this time, I would like for our parents of our graduates, please stand. On behalf of Nashville Big Picture High School parents, thank you for trusting us with your students. Thank you. Will our 12th grade advisors, Mr. Leiter and Mrs. Jessica, please stand? Thank you so much for your commitment to the class of 2022 and all you have given of yourself and the love that you have given to our students. Thank you. I would also like to give a huge shout out to our school administrators, Assistant Principal Mr. Gary Hook, our Dean of Instruction, Ms. Tomasa Pinkerton, and our Dean of Students, Ms. Victoria Reagan. Last but not least, will the NBPHS faculty please stand? Thank you so much for your tireless caring and efforts to our students. Last, I would like for you to show our love and appreciation to Mr. Paulo and our NBPHS internship band. And we want to give a huge thank you to Ms. Karitha White and Ms. Tomasa Pinkerton for coordinating our graduation ceremony. Thank you, ladies. Nashville Big Picture, class of 2022. Thank you. Nashville Big Picture, class of 2022 graduates. Over the past 4 years, I've had the awesome honor to serve as your principal. During my journey as a leader, I have come to realize that it is very important that I reflect on the lessons that each graduating class teach me. So here are the top lessons that I have learned from the class of 2022. I have learned from you that above everything, your nails need to be done. With lots of bling and your eyebrows have to be perfect. I'm still working on the bling on the nails, ladies and gentlemen. I also learned from this class that contrary to popular belief, y'all got jobs. So just by a show of hands, how many of y'all got jobs? I learned that food trucks are a must-have for student happiness. I also learned recently that it's best to showcase your college decision on your favorite pair of jeans than on an old, boring t-shirt or a poster. More importantly, I learned recently from one of our senior students that they can conduct a wellness check on their principal. Jalen. On a more serious note, each of you taught me that if you see a friend in distress, it is okay to miss class to assist them or find someone to help them, and sometimes you may or may not have a note. You taught me that it's okay to say, I'm not okay, and that my mental health matters. Thank you. Wow. Thank you all. For 4 years, you have heard our school's mission and recited it. From our culture of kindness, we're pursuing our passions to college and beyond. I want to leave you with just a few last thoughts about the key words in our mission. The first key word is kindness. According to the Oxford Dictionary, kindness is defined as being friendly, generous, and considerate. It is very difficult to be kind to others when you are unkind to yourself. One writer stated that you absolutely have to become okay with not being liked. No matter, students or graduates, adults, how loving or kind you are, you will never people please your way into collective acceptance. In fact, the writer said, it was said you could be a whole ray of sunshine and people will hate you because they like the rain. So my advice to you is just to do you. As a Nashville Big Picture High School graduate, you have been taught to be activists, to say something or do something when you encounter any form of injustice or inequality. Bernice King, the civil rights activist and daughter of the late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., summed it up this way: kindness matters, but kindness does not equal justice. Love is essential, but love is not a passive, weeping bystander. We are counting on your generation to eradicate all forms of injustices and inequities once and for all. The second key word in our mission is passion. Braden Thompson wrote that passion can be interchangeable with words like determination, conviction, and love. He further states that passion is an emotion to be acted upon, a strong desire that gets you to do amazing things. In my opinion, I often see one's passion as your calling. The funny thing about passion that I've come to realize that in order to truly embrace it, you can be assured that you will experience failure, not once, but many times, before you arrive to success or fulfillment. Often when you are pursuing your passion, you will experience pain and suffering. Your passion is also that thing that can cause you the most aggravation when it is not done well or excellent by others. The challenge then is to never give up and to keep growing, because guess what? It is in the difficult times that you grow the most. Yes, we all have dreams, But as T.D. Jakes said, if you want to achieve your dreams, put the dream into a goal by putting a date on it. Lastly, to pursue your passion to college and beyond, ask for help if you need it. Practice gratitude daily, seek understanding, and receive feedback. Embrace mentorship. Find your person, or as Mr. Gary say, find your tribe. Forgive and seek forgiveness often. Stop to rest. Don't be afraid to fail. And don't be afraid to start something new, and never lose hope. I know that each of you will accomplish great things in life because guess what? You already have. I am eternally grateful to you for allowing me to serve as your executive principal and for allowing me the opportunity to pursue my personal passion as an educational leader at the kindest and most passionate high school in Metro Nashville Public Schools, Nashville Big Picture High School. I love you, and blessings to each of you. At this time, we will have a performance of our original school song, followed by our recessional. Family and guests, we ask that you please stand near your seat as the stage guests and faculty and students recess. Thank you again, and have a great afternoon, and graduates, have a wonderful, wonderful life.
We hope every student come all year round to get the beat run when they hit the ground. As we fall down, as we're bound to do, we'll get up again. Our dreams will pursue. Our dreams will pursue. For my culture of kindness, pursuing our passions, 'cause learning is timeless and not just in classes. Lessons we learn, they will guide us through life, from the small to the big. For our dreams, we will strive. 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 We focus on STEM as knowledge is core. In time we turn and learn so much more. We write and read and learn science and math. We seize opportunity, blaze our own path. Opportunity, seize opportunity, seize opportunity, seize opportunity, path. From our culture of kindness, pursuing our passions, 'cause learning is timeless and not just in classes. Lessons we learn, they will guide us through life, from the small to the big. For our dreams, we will strive. 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 Big picture, oh, big picture, yeah, big picture, hey, big
picture, school, place to be. We strive for the best of be who we want to be. Still read and write and learn the math, but they give us a chance to make our own path. From our culture of kindness, pursuing a passion, 'cause learning is timeless and not just in classes. We're small and polite, but we got a lot of might. We're one big family, standing in like big picture. Yeah, I love it.
When you wish upon a star, your dreams will take you very far, yeah. Life ain't always what it seems, oh yeah. When you see your light so clear, in the sky so clearly, dear, you're a shining star, no matter who you are. Trying to see what you truly be. You're a shining star, no matter who you are. Turning back to see what you can truly be. Shining star come into view. Shine its watchful light on you. Give you strength to carry on, yeah. Make your body big and strong. Born a man, child of the sun. Yes, all my work had just begun. Yeah, I found I had to stand alone, yeah. Blessed now, I've got my own. You're a shining star, no matter who you are. Shining bright to see what you can truly be. You're a shining star, no matter who you are. Turn bright to see what you can truly be. No matter who you are, shining bright to see what you can truly be. You're a shining star, no matter who you are, shining bright to see what you can truly be. Shining star come into view. To watch us watch the light on you. Give you strength to carry on, yeah. To make your body big and strong. Born a man, child of the sun. Yes, all my work just begun. Something. Blessed now, I've got my own, yeah. You're a shining star, no matter who you are. Shining bright to see what you can truly be. You're a shining star, no matter who you are. Shining bright to see you can truly be. Shining star, knowing who you are. Shining bright to see what you can truly be. You're a shining star, knowing who you are. Shining bright to see what you can truly be.